Class 7, this is the third part of the chapter number 11. We had completed up to the first line of page number 48 and we are going to start from the second line of page number 48. So please take out your book and turn to page number 48 and we are going to start from there, from the second line. Had the sailor not died, she would not have met Hencher, since that would have been disloyal. So Suzanne told that when Elizabeth and when Henchard and Suzanne met, so both of them were saying they were exchanging their words, and Michael Henchard told that he thought that maybe Suzanne and Elizabeth, both of them died. He gave the advertisement. He tried to look after to find out them, but all was in vain. So he thought that maybe both of them died, and Suzanne told that she did not say anything because of the sailor, because sailor when Henchard had to think about them when Henchard had to take responsibilities about Suzanne and her daughter, that time Henchard left them. Only that man took their responsibilities, and he did also in very good way. So because if the sailor had not died, so definitely Suzanne would not come back to Michael Henchard, because if she would have returned back, so it would be disloyal. It would be a feeling of disloyal to the sailor. As the sailor died, that is why Suzanne returned back to Michael Henchard. Henchard wondered how naive she was. He said it would be difficult for them to live together again, since he was mayor and church warden and a major trader. So what is that? So Henchard just at that time Henchard thought that this lady, that Suzanne, was a very naive. Naive means, you can say, very immature. Maybe Michael Henchard was thinking, but Suzanne was very much clear to herself, and that is why she told everything that is truth, okay, which was truth. He said it would be difficult for them to live together again, since he was mayor and church warden and a major trader. What happened? So this man, that means Michael Henchard, he told that it was not possible for him to accept as his wife because he was the mayor. He had some responsibilities. He had the position in the city. So directly he should not take Suzanne and Elizabeth as his family. Nor could they tell the girl the truth, because she would despise them both. And so that means Michael Henchard told Suzanne that he did not want to disclose directly to Elizabeth, because if Elizabeth would learn about the truth, so definitely it would be difficult for both of them, for Suzanne as well as Michael Henchard. Henchard suggested they come up with a plan, since their original relationship could not be disclosed. So Henchard suggested he had a plan, because he did not want to disclose that Suzanne was his wife and Elizabeth was his daughter. So he made a plan for accepting Suzanne as his wife. Suzanne promised to leave directly. She said she had only come to see him once, but he did not want her to leave. But he did not want her to leave. Instead, the two women could hire a cottage and be known as Mrs. and Miss Newson. Then he could woo and marry her. What happened? Suzanne promised that Suzanne told that she came only to see Michael Henchard, and nothing she wanted. She did not want anything from Michael Henchard. Only she wanted to see Michael Henchard, and then she would go back. But Michael Henchard did not want to leave Suzanne as well as Elizabeth. So he made a plan. She told that she would hire a cottage, and both of them would be living there as Mrs. and Miss Newson. And after that, Michael Henchard tried to gain love for Susan, and then they would marry each other. She said she would do whatever he told her to. She had come to the town only to give Elizabeth a better life. So Susan told, okay, whatever he wanted to do, Susan would do. And she also expressed that she wanted a better life for Elizabeth and nothing more than that. She could leave the next day and never return if he so wanted. She also told that if Michael Henchard did not want them, so then and there, Susan would leave the place and she would never come back again. He would be living on work for a few days, and that would give her time to think the plan over and also to find herself a place to stay. So what happened? He would be living on work for a few days. So here you can say he would be living on work for a few days, and that would give her time to think. So Michael Henchard told that Michael Henchard would go for a work, and on that time Susan would think if she wanted to execute the plan or not. He would be living he would be living on work for a few days, and that would give her time to think the plan over and also to find herself a place to stay. And that time, in the meantime, they would find out a place where to stay for Susan and Elizabeth. He suggested the rooms over the china shop on High Street or a cottage. So Michael Henchard told that both of them, mother and daughter, would live in china shop on High Street or a cottage. Susan worried about the cost of the rooms on High Street, but he assured her that should not be a concern. So Susan told that she did not have that much money. So Michael Henchard assured her that she did not have to pay the fees of the house. Okay. She had to look refined if their courtship was to look convincing. He would give her the money. So here you can say that she had to look refined if their courtship was to look convincing. That means Susan had to place herself as the lover of Mr. Henchard, not as his wife at first. Okay, that was that Michael Henchard wanted. Michael Henchard wanted that Susan would disclose the real identity of her, and she would be married to Michael Henchard, but before that she would be living as only Mrs. Newson, and after that Michael Henchard would marry, and then only she would get she would be as Mrs. Newson. Okay, he would give her the money. So Michael Henchard also told that the required money would be given by Michael Henchard. What bothered him most was the girl should not know of the shameful incident when he had sold them. And Michael Henchard was very much bothered about the fact that means that Elizabeth must not know about the truth of Michael Henchard. That what did he do in the state of intoxication? What did Michael Henchard do that day? That story should not be disclosed to Elizabeth. It was earnest request to Susan from Michael Henchard. Susan said she would be happy to marry him again. She said she would tell Elizabeth that their relative Mr. Henchard had asked them to stay on in the town. Susan told that she would be very happy if both of them married. And she told that she would disclose to her daughter that her relative, my Mr. Henchard, offered them to stay in the town. Before they parted, he asked if she forgave him. She said something under her breath, so he brushed it aside. So before, when they were parting from each other. That time, Michael Henchard asked that, "Have you forgiven me?" So maybe that time Susan would was asking, telling something. That time, what happened? Michael Henchard refused to listen anything. He said he was sure that time would help him make amends. They went their separate ways. He was sure that time would help him make amends. So he said that he would rectify everything, and everything will be normal. And then after, they separated from each other.